Okay. This pains me to say. It pains me in a physical way. Okay? So understand where I'm coming from. This is my question for you. Was Twilight secretly genius? Yeah, it sounds stupid, doesn't it? It hurts me in my soul to say those words out loud, but listen, alright? A lot of ink has been spilled, a lot of blogs written, a lot of videos recorded and posted about how the fact that the Twilight series by Stephanie Meyer are poorly written. They focus on the wrong characters, where you have Carlisle, who's a former vampire slayer, turned into a vampire who wanted to kill himself but couldn't build up the courage to do it, and you have a former Civil War veteran with PTSD, and you have these rich, great characters, and are all sidelined so that you can focus on the love triangle between a bag of flour and literal monsters. That's what we're going to focus on. There's been a lot told about that. There's been a lot said about the fact that Edward and Jacob are both, they check every single box on the National Suicide Hotline, National Abuse Hotlines, like criteria for what an abusive or manipulative boyfriend is, right? It checks every single box. A lot has been said about that. But listen, was it secretly genius? Was it secretly a portrayal of how women would view men almost prophetically in the Me Too generation? This dark, kind of unstable, mentally unhealthy fixation on violent, dangerous, freakishly attractive men. Is that what it would be? See, it seems to me that as far as feminist rhetoric in the modern era regards men as being biologically necessary but socially unnecessary. That it's obviously, in order to make babies, in order to continue the propagation of the human race, requires male and female volunteer participation. But women are naturally terrified in the nightclub slash hookup culture that we live in now. They're terrified of engaging in those kind of interactions on the basis of that they stand the most to lose, right? They could die. Whereas, and due to the fact that most women, majority of women, are physically inferior to their male counterparts, meaning that they are at much greater risk of harm than the males are in those interactions, though there are outliers. So, was Twilight, as it was being produced, was it fitting into a niche of young girls ranging up to awkwardly, insert your own word, awkward middle-aged women, desperate housewife types that are fixated on this idea that they want a man who's dangerous, but they also are terrified of a dangerous man. And you can see this throughout history. This is not a new thing. If Stephanie Meyer didn't invent anything about this. Because men have fixated on the idea of a dangerous man as well, whether that's the Western shoot-'em-up hero, gunslinger, or if that's the war veteran, or if that's every character Jason Statham has ever portrayed, right? That you want a dangerous man, someone who's capable of great harm, but also solemn convictions. Well, here we have in character these Twilight characters that are strictly adherent to various convictions. They're vegan vampires. They only consume the blood of animals. But they're also capable of incredible violence and harm. Now, all of that aside, still focuses on all the wrong characters. If anyone, Charlie Swan needs to be the hero, the focus of this character, where you are a human sheriff in a town full of literal monsters. Or focus on literally like the vampire doctor who becomes a doctor because of the fact that he wants to try and do something good with his immortality, right? Like there's so many things that you could have done with these characters that is not the garbage love triangle. It's not well written, not even trying to go there. What I'm trying to say is maybe it captured something that we didn't have the perspective yet to understand what it was showing us. Or maybe Twilight just sucks. I don't know.